Welcome to Macrocode. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. So this is episode 7 of Help Desk Management System. So for those who are watching this channel for the first time, welcome and consider subscribing. So this is our Help Desk Management System, and we are going to log in. So as we log in, you can be able to see we have our tickets. So these are some of the tickets that we've keyed in. We have the tickets comments. So these are the comments that has been provided for each of the ticket. Then you also have audit trails for each of the activities that is being done by the users. Then we have the system users. So as we can see, we have all these users, and then you can log out. So one thing that I want us to check today is when you click log out, you'll be able to see that it takes us back to the login screen. But when you click register, you'll be able to see that our register form is actually within our navigation menu. So this one, we should not allow this to happen. So I'm going to change this the way it looks like so that we have these better. So we need to have these within our so we can have this login page inside our screen. So if you are not registering users, so what we need to do, let's just go back to our page, or we can just have it outside the login screen. So I'm going to have these. So I'll just say here layout. So I'll just say layout, and I can have these as null. So I'll just layout. Then I can say this is null. So this will remove my login page from the dashboard. So you can see I don't want to see this navigation section. So let's just wait and see. So there you go. You see it has actually removed it. But now we need this navigation layout. So I'm going to borrow what we have in our login screen. So we need this template. So I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to copy all of this. Then go back to our register screen. So I'll paste it here. Then I'm going to remove so this one. So we just have, so I want us to have the registration form for our users. So we are going to adopt that. So I want us to copy the same form. You see this form. So I want us to copy this form here. So here, actually, this one. So I'm going to copy this. I can actually cut it. Go to our login page, minimize it. So I'll minimize it. So just do that. Then I can replace it with our register form. So that is how our form looks like. So we have everything. Then the next thing is I want us to remove this. There we go. Then our form should work. So we have our input, first name, last name. But these details, we need to ensure that we have all this information within our register section. So if I go to register, I don't know if we had mapped. Yes, so we had actually done this. So you can see you have the first name, middle name, last name, gender, country, and city. So when you register a user, that is what you key in. So this is our form. We should now be able to see this form without having the navigation sidebar. So let me just launch the application, and we will be able to see how that looks like. So here, so in fact, let me just, I want us to remove something. I want us to remove this. I want us to remove this. Sorry. So let's just do away with this. I want us to do, we have this so that we have our row covering all those sections. So this one should be, we can do that. Can do, so this is okay. So let's just launch and see. So you should be able to register a user to our system if the user doesn't exist. So let's just launch our app and see. So for those who are new to this channel, consider subscribing as you follow this series. So if we click register, you now see our form. We have the create, so this should not be sign in. So let's just go back here and remove some of this information. So I can do away with this. I can also do away with this, and I can do away with this as well. So if I do that and update the form, we should now have where to create an account. So you can see, so this is how our form looks like. So we create a new account, middle name, last name. That is the information. So this information here, so if we just click, we say Jacob Mwangi Karanja, then we say this is male, say Kenya, then we say here Nairobi, then we can say here test admin, say test admin 20. So then this is actually at Gmail, let's say at gmail.com. Then you can say test, that is my password. You can also do here test. So you can say, let me just do that. Can do, so I'm trying to key in the password. So if we click register, this one should register the user and redirects us to the login screen. So you can see it has actually taken us to the admin dashboard. That means it has automatically logged us in. So you can, if we go back to, you see, we can log in with the same credentials. So if I just log in again and we go back to the users, if we go to users, we should see that particular user that we've just registered. You see, this is the guy, testadmin@gmail.com. So you can actually register a user from that particular area. And you can also add it from this section if assuming you are not logged in. So let's now go back to our tickets. So on our tickets, we have add new ticket. So then if we click on comments, it was actually taking us to the comment section for that particular tickets. You see here, these are the comments. So if we add a new comment, so you can select that and you can see it has already selected the comment ID. So if we click, then if we go back to the comments, so if we go back to the tickets, the first one, let's add for the first one, we see if that was the case. So let's go back to the tickets, comments. Yes, so there's something here. So if we click this, access to application, so you see these are the comments. It's actually adding the comments. But if you go back to the tickets, access to application, we need to check that, this one. If we check the comments, you see these are the comments that are being provided. So there's one thing I want us to do. So if you go to details, check these details how it looks like. So I want us to change this. So ensure also we have our, if we go back to our form, so let me just go back to our form. Remember we have our card. So let's just do the styling. So let's go back to the tickets details. So that is the details. So I want us to have these in a better way. So we can say tickets details. So this is tickets details. Then we're having it in a table. Then I want us to have these in a, so you can have this style here. Then you can have it under the details. So where is it? Ticket details. So I'll have my style there. Then the next thing is we need to close this particular form. So I can do away with these. So if we just format it, so that is how our screen looks like. So sorry. So if we update it, we should be able to have these. So you can see this is how now our form looks like. we have the title, description, and everything. So the same way, if we go back to the list, it takes us to the screen. If we do edit, you can see it is actually giving us the tickets and everything. So I also want us to have so this one should remove this. You can do this div class. Then you can just do row. Then that is cool. Then if we go back to our edit form, can as well. So this is not there. So let's go back to our edit screen for the tickets. So this is the edit. So I also want us to have, so here I can do, so I will do here class. I can have this at the bottom, btn danger, or we can have it as a warning. There we go. Then we have this is save. So we can call this update. And call it update ticket. So if we update the changes, then you'll be able to see our screen changing. So you see this is update the changes, and there we go. So if we click back, it takes us back to the list, and also you have the delete. You see the delete. So I'm going to change. Also, we have these to have our styles. Go back to the delete. So we are going to add these here. Then we can close. So you can close this. So you can say you can remove this. Then this one we are going to. So we are going to close it here. So we also close another one. Don't know if that is okay. So let's just confirm if everything is closed. So we have a last one. Yes. So this one, that's okay. So the next thing is we should ensure that our data table, this data table here, is actually being reused in this table here. So I'm going to have this here, and that is cool. So you see how that is looks like. So if we update this, our delete form kind of looks a bit better, you see. Then you can have this back button as a button, backlist. We can have a class here. Then you can call it btn warning. So if we save this, we'll be able to see our button changing. There we go. So if we click delete, there you go. So there's something that is happening. So you can see the delete in table. So the delete conflicted with the foreign key tickets ID columns. So we are trying to delete what? We are trying to delete a ticket. The good thing is now, you see it is actually having an issue. Why? Because you cannot delete a ticket if you've not deleted the comments. So all the comments for that particular ticket needs to be deleted. So if you go back to the access, then comments, you actually need to delete all of these comments. So if I go to delete the comments, so we need to have this style as well. So we are going to style that. So that is the delete section for the comments. So I'm going to have this here, and I can also remove this. Then here as well, we need to have this as div. I think we had not styled this, so I'm going to have this as we need to have this as a table, and you can borrow it from what we had done under tickets. So you can see we have, so this is how we do it. So I'll go back to the comments. So I'll just do that. So this is the table row, table header, this is table data. So I don't know if we have a class here. So let's just go back here and see. I think that's cool. So we should be able to remove this class. So we just have it as a we have it as table head, table data. This is also table head, then you have table, this table head. Then you also have TD here. This is TD. Then you also have TH. You also have TD. Then, so I'll remove these classes for now. So I'm also having here TH. Then you can also do here TH, and this is TD. So all of these are in a row. So if we do that, then we'll now have our table already closed here. So then you can have to close this. So if I format this, you can see here, this is closed here, and you're also closing everything there. So you can actually also borrow these and have it inside our form. So if we format this, update our project, we should be able to see the new UI. So there we go, but there's something wrong there. Yes. So we should move these outside. So we can have it this here. So if we update it, let's just update and see if that works. So we need to have our form. So this is the form table. Did we close our table? No. So we need to close our table here. Table. And also we did not close our table row. So we need to close it there. So if we format it now and close, so this one is closed there. There we go. So if we save this, we should now have our updated UI. So you see, update, so this should be delete ticket. So you can actually remove, so we can say delete ticket comment. And there we go. So if we do that and update, then we'll be having our application. So you see, we have the description, the ticket ID, that is it. So you can have this in 2 columns. So how do you do that? You can come here, table row. So you have table header, table data, table header, table data. So you can close the table row here. You have 2 rows. So this is TR. Then you can have another TR here. So if you update that, we'll be having 2 columns. So you see, so you have the description, Uduma created on ticket number, and you have it there. Then you can change this to be a button. So I'll be changing that, so you can have here a class. So this is a class, and you can do btn warning. So if we do that and update, then you can see our screen. So let's just go back to our screen. You can see it is actually giving us kind of a screen, but it is not giving us the button. So what is the issue here? So this is not the correct class. We need to have this as btn. So if you update it, it actually gives us now the button. So let's just update and see. So it's refreshing. So yeah, the spelling also is wrong. So we need to have this as btn. So if you update, then we have our button. You see, this is now the button. So if we delete this, it actually deletes the comments. But remember, we were not able to delete the tickets, which is a good thing. So you should not be able to delete the child. That is the main record if it has children. So if I delete this, it actually deletes. But there is one thing that I don't know if you guys have noticed. Whenever we are adding the tickets, we don't have any success message. So you say description, you say this is testing. So you say testing, then we do here testing, status, and priority. If we add it, we are not sure even if the application added that particular record. So it's actually boring. Users are not able to tell whether the ticket has been added or not. So how are we going to prevent or provide these alerts? So you remember when we were adding the layout. So let me just take you back. So when we were adding the layout here, we provided something called temp message. So this is the alert section. And you also have temp error where we will be passing the errors. So to kind of provide these messages, we can go to our tickets, then under actions. So this is the create. So whenever we add this, we can actually supply a message here. You can do temp. So we'll say temp data. Then I can pass in the message. I can say that is the message. So this temp data is actually what is here. So let me take you there. So you see this one? This is what we are referencing. So, and it's checking if it is not null, it doesn't display the message. But if it is null, it has a value. It will actually provide the success message here, or even an error message here. So I'm going to add this here. Then I'll assign it to a message. So I can say ticket details successfully created. So this is our message. So the same way we can do to the update. So you see, if you click on the update section and it saves, so you can also throw that particular message, say ticket details successfully updated. So we can do the same for the users. So we'll say user details successfully saved. Say user details successfully created. You can also do, I don't know if we had created the update function. I think we don't have the update function. For the comments, we can also do the same thing. So we'll do here comments details. So users, I think we need to remove one detail section, this one. So then for the comments, you say comments details successfully created. You can also have an update for the comments. So if a comment is updated, you can say comment details successfully updated. And you can also do users. So we have the tickets, so that's it. So let's just try to launch the application, log in and create one comments. Then we'll be able to see if we will have a success message or not. So that's how you add it. So we are going to enhance this application so that it actually makes sense to some of you guys who really wish to have this done. So let's just launch and see. So there we go. So I'm logging into my screen. So there we go. So if I just do tickets and I add new one, so I just do here details. So I'll provide some weird information, then status and urgency. So if I click create, there you go. You see our ticket details successfully created, and it actually has a close button. So if I close, the alert goes away. So if I just do also a comment, I can select here and I create. You see, comments details successfully created. You can also do the one for the user. So if I do the one for the user, I say this is the guy. I provide here. Then I'll say this is Joshua Karanja. So then here I'll say mail. Then I can put in this is email number 3. So if I just save this as the user and I can have this as the password and create, you see our user details successfully created. So we've been able to add the messages and all those information. But now there's one thing that I want us to change on how we are doing things. When we are creating a ticket, there's some information that you could see the statuses, the description, the priority, and even urgency. So users are typing this, which is not a good thing. So we need to change how this is linked to ensure that we are tracking all those information and we don't have users giving their own way of understanding in terms of priority and other things. So that is what we are going to do in our next video. So if you're watching this video, consider subscribing and see you in our next series. Bye.